Greetings everyone, this is Aaron18 and welcome to All the Mod 7 episode 10. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a good day. I know I've been out for a while. It's another one of those things where it's like, you know, I got busy with, side things. But really, I also wanted to have some time to get some, like, side things finished, in the series. Like, or at least this segment of the series. So for example, I wanted this ore processing setup, I wanted it to stop crushing perpetually. This is the last batch of resources, which is really good, because I don't want to have to deal with processing that many ores, at least for the foreseeable future. One of the things I want to do, before I get started, is I obviously want to complete some quests. So I haven't claimed any quests since my last episode, so let's see how many we actually have. Well, I got a few things. Not that much. That is to be expected. Did some mechanism, but ooh, it looks like we got another mechanism quest. Thanks for that. So now I have enriched redstone. Okay, that's kind of whatever, I guess. I'm just gonna shove it in here for right now. But you might be looking at this like these different storage units, and you might be thinking, it's so unorganized, you know? Like it's somewhat organized, you know? So if I look at here, it's mostly, you know, like stuff you mine. There's a couple other random things in here. This is stuff you get like out in the wilderness and stuff like that. And this is like tools and things. I want that to change. What I want to do in today's episodes, I want to get my storage situation, situated. Because in this pack, there are going to be times where you're going to need thousands and thousands of resources. And as you can see, like here, I am running out of, well, I'm not really running out of space, but I don't want to have to keep, like, converting things. Because A, this crafting recipe, this crafting, like, thing from RF Tools storage in these modular storage units, it sucks. It is so bad. Can I actually store this? I definitely can. Okay, good. But yeah, so that's the big problem with this. Crafting in this UI and everything is so clunky, I don't want to deal with it. I also, however, want to have better storage accessibility. So it's like, oh, I need like compressed stone, but I don't want to use this, I just want to have it all centralized. So there's actually a couple different options in this. One of them is Tom's Simple Storage mod, which I actually didn't know was in the pack at first. But the big issue with this one, so basically what this thing does is it's kind of like a centralized chest system. It takes your storage devices and it allows it to be all connected up into kind of this one thing, if you will. The problem, though, is that I find I haven't really used Tom's, and also I've got over 2,000 Certus quartz on top of the Certus quartz I already have. So there's a different mod that I want to try, which is that's how you spell it, Applied Energistics, which, I mean, for those who do mod in Minecraft, you're probably familiar with this. And even if you're not, there's a tab for it under the quests. Now, there is a small problem. I know that the keen-eyed among you may have noticed that there's also refined storage, which was which is a spin-off of Applied Energistics. So you would have Applied Energistics, the original one, then it stopped getting developed, and then we got refined storage, and then we got Applied Energistics 2, or A2 as it's called. So I'm gonna go with Applied Energistics, mainly because with refined storage, it can get kind of expensive on resources. I know, and also because I've got so much Certus quartz, I need to use it somehow. But I'm not gonna keep it at Applied Energistics. My goal for storage is to have bulk storage for items that have a ton of items that have a ton of, like, of one thing. So for example, osmium. I've got a lot of stacks of blocks of osmium. I need to have the ability to then store those blocks appropriately. Alright, here's a bunch more lead. But I also need to have, the problem with refined storage, or actually with AE2, is that it is very complicated in terms of how you store things. I will get to that later, but I'll get more into that later, but basically, refined storage, the goal with this one is going to be my primary storage. Also because it has an infinite storage part, so, I mean, that's also kind of one of the goals, is to get unlimited storage, because then I won't need storage drawers or anything anymore. I can just dump it all in the system, I think. I don't know if that's how it works. We'll see if what happens. But, the reason why I'm going with applied logistics is also because of, it has better wireless, so I can then just, like, you know, connect it to, I can, like, access my storage system wirelessly, so I don't have to, like, go to the terminal and access it. I can just be somewhere and I could just access it, and that's why I would use these, like, booster cards. The thing is that refined storage also has it, but I prefer AE2's system. Also, the auto crafting in AE2 is better. Even though refined storage has gotten a lot better with its crafting, I'm going to still stick with AE2 for the wireless, and because the auto crafting is a little bit more flexible, but I'm going to use refined storage for primary storage, because this one is a little bit more stupid. So, what I need to do is, I obviously got a bunch of Certus quartz, and I already got a quartz wrench of some kind, so that's good. I now need to have a crystal seed of some kind. So, this thing's not going to be super hard. I just need sand and Certus quartz dust, which, I mean, I don't need 2 stacks of Certus quartz, I just need a stack. And then, I don't actually know where my sand is, because I never get sand. I've got 44. That should be fine to begin with. Oh, it makes 2 per, that's fine. Alright, that's another quest down. So now we get a random reward and some XP. What do we get? Certus quartz crystal. Okay. I was hoping for charged Certus quartz or fluix. Now, so in this pack, there are a couple different materials I need. I'm gonna need a lot of Certus quartz. I need fluix, and I need charged Certus quartz, which is why I'm going to be making the charger and the inscriber. Both these are going to be incredibly important to begin with. So these, what these things need to do is these things need to go into water. Now, I could be sensible and just make a source block of water, but why would I do that when I could just, actually, I don't know if it works in flowing water. And then toss those in there. Ooh. Okay, they seem to be... Okay, they do. It does work. Fantastic. Now, these things do take a while, but I think in recent updates, they've, made it so that it doesn't take nearly as long, which is really a good thing, because if it takes... Because it used to take, like, 6 hours or something like that. I don't know. It seemed like forever, but now it takes like 20 minutes instead. So big plus there. So I'm gonna have to wait for those to process. But in the meantime, I could make the inscriber and the charger and the inscriber, which are actually relatively cheap. So to make the charger, I can just craft it like so. And I need to make the inscriber, which I don't have sticky pistons. So, alright, 4, 8, wood is anything, I'm pretty sure, so I'm just gonna take, some of my mineral, because I actually got way more than I need. I should just make a bunch of mineral, so I don't need to ever worry about mineral again. So then, in order to make a regular piston, I think I can make... Do I not have enough iron? I don't have enough iron. Okay. Well, I do have enough iron, I just don't have enough of it unlocked. Okay. That's not a problem. And that goes there. Ooh. Now, can I make pistons? 1, 2, 3, I'm out of cobblestone again. Oh, I'm taking way too much. Alright, are these done? Oh no, they're not done. This thing's full. Okay, I'll get back to that. Okay. 4. Oh, I'm an idiot. I only need 2. Oh, well, whatever. I'll probably make more than one inscriber because these things aren't super fast. Do I have slime balls? I do have slime balls. Fantastic. Make 2 of them into sticky pistons, and then I'm gonna make my copper ingots. Oop. See, this is why having a central storage system would be amazing. There we go. Another quest down. What do we get? Fluix dust. Okay, that's not bad. This thing actually then contributes to this. I need a Fluix crystal. You need a Fluix seed, which means I need more sand. I'm out of sand. Actually, I've never looked. How can I make sand in this? Because I don't want to keep mining it. Crushing gravel. Nice, I've got too much gravel to deal with, so we'll just do that then. Actually, what also probably be a good idea is if I empty this out, or at least dump some of it in here. Because I do not want... Okay, so... Okay, there we go. So it's just going to absorb the gravel. Or the sand, rather. And that's good, because I don't want it to be getting sent into the smeltery, or rather the furnaces, and then getting turned into glass. I don't need more glass. Okay. Now that we have that down. Oh yeah, this is basically like half of my time spent prior. Oh, my magnet's still on. Was basically just taking the processed ores and then blocking it. Alright, that's 2 stacks. That's pretty good. For copper, that's way more copper than I'm probably ever going to need. Because I don't need bulk lots of copper, generally. Alright, that's cool. What else? What else? I think that's mostly it. There's nickel that I need to block. I was also making some steel in preparation for one of the machines I'm gonna need to make. Turn those into Fluix seeds, and then we'll just let those run. Alright, easy peasy. It's in the early game, it's a lot of waiting in AE2. Because you need to wait for these seeds to grow. You need to then get them adequate amounts. I will check up on them later. I don't know what I'm going to do in this area yet, so that is a thing. But besides that, I now have an inscriber and I have a charger. Now both of these are going to be oh so useful at this stage of the game. So I think what I can do is I can just like okay. I need more pipes. Where are the orange pipes? I can actually just look at them. There we go. Energy pipe. Orange ones. I think this egg has to be accepted from the has to be accepted from the top. No. I don't want to do it like that. Tell you what, I'll actually move this one up. I'll put the inscriber there, and then I'll put the charger here. There we go. So, the charger is pretty straightforward. I take quartz crystals, or the Certus quartz crystals, these things, and then I just put them in there. Actually, it's like a cool animation in the inside, which is pretty neat. Yep, and there we go. Charged Certus quartz crystal. This is very... Oh, you stupid merchant. You should... Where are you? Where's the lead point? There you are. Nothing useful. Okay. No, I will not be murdering him. And yeah, it seems that, like, as soon as you get, like, good, well charged up, it just kind of does it pretty quickly. So there's not much animation after the... I mean, it seems to take, like, a varying amount of time. Depends on how much power it draws. Yeah, as you can see, it takes quite a bit of power. But yeah, so now we have some charged service quartz to play around with. Now, what I need to do is I need to do, well, I need an energy acceptor, which that needs quartz glass. I need quartz dust, as well as, I think that said regular glass. Regular glass, okay. Nice. Got a bunch of sand out of it, that's pretty good. And I think this is done now. That took ages. Ah, crap, that's full now, and I have all this resonating plates. Okay, I'll just put them in here for right now. Deep resonance is going to be its own stupidity later because I have no idea how I want to do that. So, I'm going to charge up all of these Certus Quartz crystals, and I'll be back with you when that is said and done. Okay, I now have all my charged Certus Quartz that I need, which is 26. I'm probably going to need more than that. Let me just check up on my seeds real quick. How are they doing? Okay, Fluke Seed's doing pretty good. And then the Certus Quartz seeds are about halfway done. That's pretty good. Alright. I'll leave you be then. Good thing they don't despawn, because I don't want to... Oh, awesome. More food. There's a glow squid somewhere. So apart from that, I also realized I made an error. An error. So I thought you need the energy acceptor because what it used to be is it used to be that it used to be where you would need to have an energy acceptor for any of these machines to work. That's not the case anymore. Oop. Because like this thing's just plugged in. This thing uses AE, but this transports FE. So I'm assuming they fixed that, which kind of makes it pointless to then get the energy acceptor, at least as far as I'm aware, especially considering that the ME controller is basically an energy acceptor in of itself. But there's a couple things I'm going to need to do. So there are some different presses that I need to make, which I don't think I got any of them. Oh yeah, I did. I got the logic press. So that's one down. I now need the silicon press. I need the engineering press, and I need the calculation press. So I'm going to need, hold on, it's 3, so 24 iron needs to be used. So that's 3 blocks minus 3 ingots, that's fine. Alright, and then different variants of skystone, which I don't... Do I? Oh, I do have skystone. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, first one I'm going to make is calculation, which is just skystone. That is easy enough. Calculation press has been made. Engineering press requires skystone block, which is just smelted skystone. Okay, make that. And then I'm going to make some more because I think this one requires small bricks, which is made from bricks, which is made from the block. I don't think I need to make 5. I thought it would have needed, but you know, doesn't matter. Alright. The engineering press, and then I need one more, which is brick, small brick, and then silicon press. I was thinking it needs to have like a normal arrangement. And I need a meteorite compass, which thank goodness I have charged Certus Quartz for. And then I need more iron, so I actually have just enough iron for this, which is really good. What's this? Iron frame, not useful. Meteorite compass, though, is. So this thing basically just points to the location of the nearest meteorite. Yeah, nearest chunk you can find containing skystone, which is pretty nice. So I get some skystone, and I get more regular Certus quartz crystals. I was hoping for Fluix, dang it. But there's that. So now I want to make some processors. This is going to be the backbone of a lot of different things. Like Certus quartz is kind of like the base. This is another part of that. And this is where stupidity is going to be not a good idea because I need to have the right amount of stuff. So I need to have, there are 3 different processors. There's the logic processor. This is why I need the inscriber, by the way. I need the calculation processor, and I need the engineering processor. I then need to make terminals, and then I can make the ME controller. Apart from the Fluix path, that's gonna be its own thing. But I also do want to make the drive, the storage drive, and then I want to start working towards the actual storage. So let me get some crafting done real quick. Which is making the processors, getting to the terminals, getting my Fluix crystal basically finished, and I'll be back with you when that is said and done. Okay. It has been a little while since that last cut. Really all I've been doing is just getting, some things ready. It wasn't really that much crafting, it was a lot of time wasting, because it's waiting for these stupid seeds to grow, and then I have to wait for them to grow because these things have a 20-minute, cycle. Yeah, 20-minute cycle. You can use them in you can use them in an enrichment chamber. Ooh, okay, I gotta keep that in mind. And I was also just getting a couple of other things made. So, for example, I made a Fluix ME dense smart cable, which is down the Fluix path. Basically, I got some Fluix crystals, made some cables, and then I made one of the 2 advanced cables, or smart cables I need. Really what cables do is they just connect things. Like, they're going to be very important. And you might want to pause this to, look at, how these cables are actually very important. Basically, the way it works is that, cables will transport something called channels. In AE2, you need channels to basically connect devices. If you don't have enough channels, then they won't connect properly. Like, they will connect, but they won't be operational from your ME system. Which is important. So, cables can transport 8 channels, which is 8 different connections, or 32 if you have the dense ones. The difference with the smart ones is that they just allow you to show you the how many channels are being used on the cable. I made the processors. These things are very time consuming because they only go one at a time. So kind of disappointing. I made the network tool because it said it was gonna be useful. So I'm like, sure. I made the terminals I need, which is, in this case, the crafting terminal, as well as a spare illuminated panel, because I made 3. I have a spare illuminated panel if need be, which might be useful at some point, I don't know. Actually, what am I saying? It will be useful because auto-crafting, I need to make a patterned access terminal, and it requires an illuminated panel. So there's that. I'm just waiting for the Fluix crystal, the next batch, because I want to make the ME controller, which will be very, very useful, because that will allow me to kind of start the ME system. Next episode, I will get the actual storage part made. The reason why, because I want to get all the quests in the path, I don't want to be wasting on them. So let me just quickly see, how's that? 44%, okay. So while we're here, I actually might as well just gather these quests. What do I get? I get Fluix dust. Could I swear I can use Fluix dust to make Fluix crystals. I think. Oh, it's used to make the seed. That's why. Okay. So, not amazing. Ooh, I can make an energy cell. No, I'm gonna save this Fluix dust for more seeds. I'll make another batch. So I'm just gonna wait for the latter part of the seeds to get grown. Okay, I have gathered the Fluix. I have 8 Fluix crystals now, so now I think I am able to make the ME controller, which is a huge step. Storage is coming next episode because that is going to be its own level of frustration because I need to make the chest, I need to make the drive, I need to make the components. It's going to be a thing. But what I can do is make the controller, so if I remember correctly, it was something like this. MA controller. That is a huge accomplishment. What do I get? I got a bunch of logic processors, and actually, hold on, logic processors and printed silicon, looks like. Okay, that's not bad. But yeah, I now have my ME controller and stuff. I'm just gonna set it up real quick to just look at it glow. Because, yes, it glows. Crafting terminal does not go on it, unfortunately, so on at least that thing. So could I do this? Just like janky. No, I could not. Okay, I'm gonna have to make another cable. Let me just real quick make a smart cable, which means I need a Fluix cable. That one. I need more Fluix crystals. Are you kidding me? Oh, I've got Fluix crystals. It's fine. Okay. Fiber got good. There we go. Bunch of Fluix cables. I need to cover them, which means I need to get some wool. I got some string. Now it is covered. And then a smart one. There we go. I now have no storage because I do not have any sort of like storage drive there. But yeah, and that's another quest down. So what do I get? I get quartz fibers and I got more logic processors. Whatever. But yeah, the ME system has begun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to check out my other videos. That would be appreciated. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for bearing with my brief absence. I'll see you in the next one.